I love a lot of what you've just shared. I once listened to a talk by Rita, and it was Sylvia. It was Sylvia Mulinge, and she was sharing about the way the organization is now structured to be able to still continue driving agility while remaining big. And I was just, if you could just kindly speak to that a little bit.
So we have what you call our bread and butter. So we have, a traditional structure of organization. But what we also have formed is what you call agile squads. So we pick a problem, a big problem that we need to solve, a pain point that we've been struggling with for a while that we feel, if resolved, could have a significant impact, either internally or for the customer. For example, calls to the call center affect the ability for us to serve the customer quickly. And based on a certain analysis, we identify what are those top 5 problems or top 5 reasons that customers call to the call center. And then we notice there's a recurring pattern. And we know that if we resolve these top 5 problems, we will actually address a huge customer base in terms of a challenge that they're facing. So what we do, you form a squad and you give them one of those problems. And the squad is a cross-functional team. Individuals picked from different functions within the organization. So they bring their different expertise, their different experience, their different lenses, the different ways they look at a problem. And then they're given a period within which to solve that problem. And every 2 weeks, they come a status update, if I could call it that. So it's worked really, really well in some cases. We've been able to learn a lot. That concept of failing fast, squads adopt it in a really amazing way. When you have 2 weeks to come back with something, you're not coming back with PowerPoint, right? And for those of us who are developers, my background is in computer science. To be able to really come up with a meaningful view or first stab at what the solution could look like is amazing. So you find you have UX individuals, UI individuals, you have some devs, and then you have the owners where that problem resides. So if it's a problem with M-Pesa fraud, for example, so you have the individuals within that M-Pesa space who have all the analytics, and we really, really use our analytics and our research and the insights from there. And so when you get that kind of a team, they really, really sit and they challenge each other and they come up with what are the potential 2-3 options we could do, business case for each option, very, very quick. And then they start building. And in 2 weeks, they're expected to come and present a position. So what have you been able to identify? How can we understand this problem better? What are the options of how we could address this problem? Once they present that, they are then told, okay, go back, maybe this is the direction, come back with a prototype before they receive funding. Because once people say, we like this, now we look at how we move it from our test bed, our sandbox into production, right? And there's a whole governance process around change management and taking things into production. But that agile, that squad using that agile governance framework, that agile process, has allowed us to solve a lot of problems that have been nagging us. That, because you're focusing on day to day and growing the business, serving the customer and growing revenues, you need to, some of these problems, you just carry them with you. You keep the can down the road. But what we do by sometimes addressing these problems, you unlock even more opportunities. You deal with customer loyalty issues, customer retention issues. So in a long run, they actually do add a lot of value.